Welcome to Mishna study Masachet Eruvin Perek Daled Mishnah Tet. Over here in this Mishnah, we're going to discuss establishing a residence, and we're going to see a machloket between Rabbi Meir and Rabbi Yehuda on the statement that we saw in last Mishnah. So last Mishnah, we had a statement of a person who says Shivitati bimkomi. Right, my place of residence is where I am right now, and we said Zachalo mekomo alpayim amal l'chol ruach. He gets 2,000 amot from every direction from the place where he is right now. Now, is everybody allowed to do that? Or is that because, a person's, stuck on the road? Or is it because, so let's see. So, Zeu she'amru he'ani me'arev beraglav. Right? This is what we speak about when we said, Shavitati b'mkomi, right? I said, over here is my place of residence. This is talking about an ani, right? Someone who's poor, he doesn't have anything, he could go ahead and make an eruv with his feet. Right? Rabbi Meir omer en lanu ela ani. Right? Rabbi Meir says this only works for a poor person. Rabbi Yehuda omer echad ani ve'echad ashir. It works for someone who's poor or someone who's rich. Lo amru me'arim ela lakil al hashir. Because the only reason we say you're allowed to be me'arev with food, with pat, right, with bread, is to be mekel on the rich person. Shelo yetzev yarev beragav, so he doesn't have to go out and make an eruv with his feet. Right? So what's the core of the machloket between Rabbi Meir and Rabbi Yehuda? When we say a person's allowed to, when a person makes an eruv, so according to Rabbi Meir, the main way to make an eruv is with pat, is with bread. And for the poor person who may not have bread, so we allow him, we have a kula for that poor person to go ahead and make an eruv with his feet. He could go to that place and make an eruv with his feet. That's according to Rabbi Meir. Rabbi Yehuda is the opposite. Right? What does Rabbi Yehuda say? Rabbi Yehuda says the core way to make an eruv is with a person's feet. You should go out there and establish his residence by being there at Ben Hashmashot. But in order to be mekil on the rich person, so he doesn't have to go all the way out there, he could just send someone with a little food, right? Send someone food and make an eruv over there with his, with the bread. And that's the core of the machlok between Rabbi Meir and Rabbi Yehuda. Halachas like Rabbi Yehuda. Right? And Rambam points out that there really is no machloket between Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi Meir, that if he knows a tree or a gader, right, or a place that's fenced off, and he says my shivita is over there in that place, right, that's only allowed for the ani, right? That's what we said earlier, a couple of mishnayot ago, right? If he's coming on the road and he's pointing at a distance, right, that's only allowed for the ani, right? That even Rabbi Yehuda, agrees to. But the ashir, right, the rich person, he could only do that if he brings bread to that place, right, specifically. And also, lohetanu zot, right, we only allow this for someone who's baba derech, right, someone who was coming on the road because he's a poor person at that moment, and he can't get there and he can't place bread at that spot. But as we pointed out, halacha, in the points that they do argue, right, in a just more general case, whether or not you need to go ahead and, do you need to go ahead and be ma'arif with your feet, or do you have to use bread? So that halacha is like Rabbi Yehuda, right, that the main way to do it, the ikar of the eruv, is with your feet. That's allowed for everyone, right? And when we're mekil on the rich person, that he's even allowed to do so with bread to set it from before Shabbat.